Hello everyone, my name is Zachary and I just wanted to do a quick intro video kind of introducing myself to you guys before we got into the content for this week's video. I have been gardening here at this house for a good year and a half. I've had a passion for gardening for many years. I used to work at a greenhouse nursery before I transitioned into healthcare, which is what I do now, a nurse practitioner. I do garden on the Alabama Gulf Coast in zone 8B, so I don't have to worry about too many cold nights, but I do have to worry about those warm temperatures. In today's video, we're gonna be focusing on adding some interest to my shade gardens. Gardening here on the Alabama Gulf Coast, zone 8B, I am in a more established neighborhood. There are a lot of oak trees, a lot of magnolia trees, a lot of other large trees that cast a lot of shade into my backyard. And so it's difficult, to get some good shade plants going. So in this video, I will actually be planting 40 hostas, bare roots that I got from Eden Brothers online. I was very impressed with the overall roots of these hostas. They were very large with nice healthy root systems. I did plant these about 10 days ago, and so I'll go ahead and give you an update on that at the end of this video. All right, get ready, take some notes, drop down some comments, and let's plant some hostas. I was here planting 40 hostas that I got from Eden Brothers, and I am very impressed with the hosta roots. Anyways, I was getting pretty far along, and I was like, why don't I do a little video for everyone to show them how to plant these hosta roots, because it's not too hard. So first off, we have to know what a hosta root looks like. So here is a hosta root. Here you have the foliage of the plant, the crown of the plant, and the roots of the plant, okay? Notice the crown of the plant of the hosta has these fine hairs here. This is how you know, this is what goes towards the sky, because sometimes they won't have the foliage. Now, with hosta roots, we do not want to plant them down like this, but we want to spread them out like this. That way they can support this big leaf canopy they're gonna have, and they'll have enough surface area to gain that surface water. Okay. Now, you follow me. I have a prepared hole here. So, this hole is about 1 inch deep. That's how deep you want to plant this hosta. Now, I've amended the soil with the mix of Biotone starter fertilizer. Gave a nice little sprinkle to the base. And then I came in with a good handful of compost. This isn't super needed right now, the compost in the starter fertilizer, but since I'm out here spending the work, I wanted the insurance that the plant's going to do well. So the starter fertilizer has mycorrhizae fungi in there, which helps vascularize the plant so that there'll be a lot more of these fine hairs so that it can absorb water. And the compost is going to help with water retention, which hostas are water hungry plants. Alright guys, I did forget to mention this is Halloween, and that's why I'm dressed so festive on today. Now, like we had said, we took this hole. I used that shovel right there, and I went about halfway down into a box, and then I went onto one end and lifted that soil. I turned it over and broke it all up, removing any old plant matter or noxious weeds like this particular bindweed. So we will take these, we will toss them out and dispose of them. All right, now in here I have my compost and my fertilizer. I'm gonna take this native soil and I'm gonna mix it all together. You wanna leave a little bit of that fertilizer line in the bottom, but then this part's important. Make a little mound, because we only want this, right, to be 1 inch below the soil. We worked that soil down about 5 to 6 inches. So now with our little mound here, I'm gonna take the base of the plant, facing the crown towards the sky, those little hairs, right here. And now I'm gonna flare out these roots tuck them in to the corners of this mound. That way it's anchored in and it has a nice coverage to receive water. All right, now we're gonna backfill our hole. Super simple. And it's okay if I plant it a little bit high. We have those, large anchor roots spread out going into the native soil. And I also mulch. So I'll throw my mulch over here, just like this. A little late in the season, the mulch's getting a little, debris filled, but nothing a top dress in the spring won't fix. So there we go, and now we're just gonna get this watered in, and come next spring, this should be a beautiful hosta. All right, guys, I am back here today. Like I said, about 10 days since we planted that hosta you just saw, and let's go ahead and give you a little bit of an update. So right here is that one hosta we focused on. You can see here I have some drip irrigation going to it to keep it nice and moist during these autumn months. You can see there was a little bit of dieback from that cold night we had. We had one night where it dipped around 32 degrees, a very light frost. It did take that softer growth, but she is looking nice and healthy. And then over here we have another one, and one there, one there, one there. Should be another one over here somewhere. And let me show you the ones on the other side of the yard. All right, guys, here are some other ones. As you can see, they're looking so much better since when we first planted them. There's some nice, good, strong growth there. I'm sure they are pushing through wonderfully. So I should have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe there's 3 more right in that area. Still trying to come up. Got 2 coming up here, 1 there, and then there's another 5 or 6 through here. And this also swings around through here. Please ignore the shovel. I'm trying to pin down this drip irrigation until it gets where it stays, and then I'll cover it with the mulch and put in some landscape staples. But you got some more coming up here, just looking gorgeous. So yes, guys, that will do it for this video. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting here on my very first video ever for this channel, Plantuary. I challenge you to plant your sanctuary. See you guys next week. Bye.